Sometimes it can be tricky to tell the difference between bullying or mean, or the kids are using that language that I'm being bullied.
Yep.
How can we tell the difference between what's bullying behaviour and what's mean behaviour?
It's so important to have a consistent understanding of this, Sue, for students and also for caregivers at home. So bullying needs to meet a few criteria. So it's not making a rude comment about somebody once or pushing in at the canteen. It's intentional, hurtful or harmful behaviour. It's repeated or ongoing, and there's a power imbalance. So that might mean an older child and a younger child, or a difference between even social status at school. So it needs to meet those criteria in order to be considered bullying.
Right, so it's not just one-off rude or mean, it's repeated, it's intentional, it's ongoing, and there's that power imbalance between the parties.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that makes it a lot clearer. What message would we give to young people to deal with it if they are being bullied? What do we tell them they should do?
I think it's really important that we empower our children to have a kind of, a toolbox of strategies. And we know it's not actually just the target that's negatively impacted by bullying, the person exhibiting the bullying behaviour, but also anyone that's witnessing the behaviour can be negatively impacted as well. So anyone that's a bystander. So we really encourage students to become an upstander. And that means that if they notice something that's unsafe or hurtful or harmful occurring, that they actually can respond in an appropriate way.
Right, so we want the person who's experiencing that bullying, the target, to be an upstander, and also for the people around them to be upstanders is going to get the best outcome.
Yeah, so it's not just about the target themselves, it's also what can we do as people that are witnessing the behaviour? How can we move from being a bystander to an upstander and actually having a positive impact? And we're all responsible for that in the schoolyard.
I like that collective responsibility is great. What can we specifically do? So if we say be an upstander, what would we actually teach a child what that looks like, being an upstander?
It can include some really simple strategies. It might be just even disapproving body language that we might use. So it might be folded arms or, kind of shaking a head, showing our disapproval in that way. It might be interrupting that situation. So often we say to students, it might be as simple as if they see somebody being the target of bullying behaviour, they might interrupt by saying, "Oh, James, Mrs. Jones is looking for you." And just in that moment, sometimes a simple strategy like that is enough to kind of just break and provide a bit of additional support for the target.